That's just a happy place right there. Oh. So today we're going to be making the Japanese style egg salad sandwich, and the main difference in this and the American version is nothing more than the beautiful Kewpie Mayo. Hey dude, you almost done? Where you have to do this thing for Into the AM, you know, the men's fashion line, super comfortable clothing. You get 20% off by using my link down below. We need to do this real quick. Oh. I'm playing still, man. You've been sitting there for the entire weekend. We need to do this. I know, I love Into the AM. I wear their stuff all the time while I'm playing games and just lounging around the house. I mean, I'm in the middle of Night City. Do you really want me to stop right now to talk about this? Listen, man, none of the fashion in-game is as good as this, so I don't know what you're trying to look for, but intotheam.com/CHEFPK has some of the best designs you're going to find. Probably not going to find it in Night City. I'm looking at their gear over here. Yes, I know, if you use intotheam.com/CHEFPK, you get 20% off, and the website's right here. What are you doing? Stop, what are you doing? I'm ignoring you and putting on another pair of sweatpants. That's what I'm doing. All right, listen, you got 15 minutes to remove the first layer of sweatpants, and then we gotta talk. They're trying to block you out with their gear. And just make sure you use that second monitor of yours to head to intotheam.com/CHEFPK to make sure you take advantage of their sales, because you're not gonna find really cool gear in game like you are in real life. Less egg. Oh, what? Intotheam.com/CHEFPK for 20% off of hoodies too? All right, you got 15 minutes. You got 15 minutes. Okay. Give me just 15 minutes, okay? Thanks. Now, to make these egg sandwiches, you're obviously going to need, well, a bunch of eggs. And if you want to see how to make the perfectly boiled egg, go check out my boiled egg video. For those of you who haven't seen it, all you need to do is take a little bit of a needle, stab the bottom of your egg, revealing just a little air hole for some of that water to escape into. This is going to allow you to really peel those eggs super easily. Once you have all of your eggs poked, go ahead and drop these very gently into boiling water. You want to make sure you do this with a spoon or some kind of a ladle so that way they don't hit the bottom and crack. Now boil these for 8.5 minutes. You want to make sure that you do boil them at least for those 8.5 minutes so you have a nice firm yolk to work with. This is really important for egg salad sandwiches. Make sure you let these cool down completely before breaking them open. I like to use a spoon to peel my eggs because then I feel like I won't hurt the egg as much while trying to remove the peel. If you do it right, you can actually peel giant chunks of the eggshell off without hurting that egg. Now I did notice that these eggs were a little softer than they should have been. I think this was probably because my water had actually cooled down just a little bit too much after adding in my eggs. I'm separating my eggs into 3 different bowls for the 3 different styles we're making. I definitely can feel how soft this egg is by almost losing it, but you can just see how this yolk looks. This is a little bit too rare for how we want our egg sandwiches. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to take a couple of the eggs that feel just okay for this and break these down with a fork. Normally you want these eggs to be solid in the middle so that way you have the nice textural differences in the egg yolk and the egg white. Unfortunately, my eggs were a little soft, and to fix that, I ended up popping in some of them in the microwave for an extra minute just to carry them over. Now season your eggs with a little bit of salt and black pepper, hit this with just a touch of sugar for sweetness, and then we're going to measure out 40 grams worth of Kewpie Mayo. You want to make sure you do use that Japanese mayo, otherwise it's just a regular egg salad. Now go ahead and fold this together, and you get this really creamy base as its texture and consistency. This tastes really nice, but the texture is different. We need to add in a little bit more egg. And to do this, I went ahead and boiled some 10.5 to 11 minute eggs to give it a firmer texture in the middle. You can see the springiness is so much different than the first ones we had boiled. When you open these up, that's what the egg yolk looks like. I actually like this the most for my hard-boiled eggs, and because of my pot, I ended up having to cook them longer than I normally would because, well, my stove is kind of garbage. So after dicing some of those now firm eggs, I'm gonna fold in those eggs into the egg base we had made originally. This is going to give you contrasting differences in the texture and the overall mouthfeel of this egg salad sandwiches. You're gonna have the chunky egg and the creamy egg combined into a force unlike seen by any egg salad sandwich before. And remember to re-season it since we did add more egg to this to your liking. Now this is optional, but I do like to cover these up and set them into the fridge to cool down before we end up using them. Now these are the same eggs that I boiled initially, but you can see the difference in texture in the middle from microwaving from that minute. Don't worry about it, it's gonna be fine. Just don't microwave them too much, otherwise they will explode in your microwave. Just go ahead and mash these together, and we're gonna measure out about 20 grams worth of Kewpie Mayo, followed by about 20 grams worth of Siracha. This is going to be our spicy mayo for our second egg salad sandwich. You could also use something like sambal or chipotle or really whatever you want for this. Add in just a small portion to start of your spicy mayo, fold this into your egg, and then fold in some of the fully cooked egg into this to give it that textural difference. Once you get everything nice and and coated. Go ahead and season it to your liking. I made sure that I added more sriracha because I wanted this to be extra spicy. Give this a little bit of a taste and make sure it is to your liking. This was fantastic. Now for some black garlic. I found some black garlic over on Amazon, so if you want to pick this up, the link is down below. This is super soft, and the texture was really nice, and I felt like this black garlic was a lot better than the black garlic I had made. I actually tried to break this down with a fork, but it was just a little bit too tough for that. So after giving up with using my fork, I busted out my little hand blender and dropped this into that. Add in just about 20 grams worth of your Kewpie Mayo to start, and then kill your blender because that's exactly what's happening. The blender didn't really emulsify the black garlic with the mayo as I was hoping it would, so after it was all crushed, I ended up moving it to another bowl, making sure that this was fully combined in the bowl and it was soft enough to fold into my egg. This kind of looks like a really bad tarry paste, but I guarantee you it's going to be delicious. So do the same thing with your eggs by crushing them up with a fork, making sure to not over crush them into a paste. Move them to a second bowl that's a little bit bigger because for some reason this bowl is a little bit too small, and then take all of your black garlic paste and fold this into your egg. Now this is totally up to you with using the black garlic, and I feel like if you were to use some really beautifully roasted garlic, turn into a paste and folded that in, that would be phenomenal as well. Add in just a touch more Kewpie if necessary to make it super creamy, and there you have a beautiful black garlic egg salad sandwich. It just looks awful, but it tastes so nice. Just needs more salt. Everything needs more salt. Now again, totally up to you, but I do like to make sure I cool all of these down for about an hour before I start forming them into my sandwiches. And to form these into your sandwiches, you are going to need some shokupan. Paul, what are you doing? You only need one slice of shokupan per sandwich because we're making 3 sandwiches. So get 1 slice of bread or 2 if you're making a full sandwich. I'm cutting mine in half because I'm making 3 half sandwiches. Pile in as much egg salad sandwich as you would like. I try to go for about an inch worth of egg salad sandwich. Gently press the bread down after cleaning up your mess, placing your knife to the side of the bread to hold everything in while applying pressure to the top of that bread. This is going to slowly compress your sandwich so it's nice and tight for when you start to eat this thing and it doesn't fall apart. Look at the center of that. It's absolutely beautiful, but we're just going to put in more egg salad sandwich because we're a monster. Go ahead and finish off the other 2 doing the same exact thing, filling it up with a bit of your egg salad, cutting the bread in half, placing the top onto that piece of egg salad sandwich, and then use your knife to slowly press down and press in to make it so that way the sandwich is super tight. There is the spicy egg salad sandwich. Now again, we're doing the same thing with our black garlic egg salad, the same exact way, and you have it locked and loaded. Now I have this little bento box that I'm gonna try to fit the eggs. Nope. We're gonna try to still fit it into this bento box. Nope, we just lost some egg salad. We are giving up on the bento box and we're putting this right onto a plate, and there it is, our egg salad sandwich 3 ways. There it is, guys, our egg sandwich 3 ways. Now again, this is pretty traditional in like any Japanese konbini that you can find, but if you want to make this at home, it is pretty simple and straightforward. The only thing that may be hard to find is that shokupan, that Japanese style bread, so we may have to do a video on that. So if you guys want to see a video on that, hit like and get subscribed so that way you can see it when it comes out. Now there's kind of an order of operations for this. You want to eat the regular one first, followed by the black garlic, and then go for the sriracha so that way the sriracha doesn't overpower all the other flavors. I'm so ready for this. This is 1.5 egg sandwiches. This is probably close to like 5 or 6 eggs, maybe more. Look at the juiciness. Cheers. That's just a happy place right there. Oh, it's creamy. Oh my God, I feel like I have mayo everywhere. It's creamy, it's slightly sweet, has a nice saltiness to it. The bread is perfect. The bread is like eating a cloud. And the eggs are really nice. You have the texture of like the fully cooked kind of yolk along with the creamy yolk. Oh, so good. Now we're gonna go for the black garlic one. Look at this. Oh my God. It looks horrible, but it's so good. There's a natural sweetness to black garlic that you can't find anywhere else. And it's absolutely phenomenal. It changes the entire flavor of this. Probably could have gone for less black garlic if you really want, but oh God, why? Oh my God, look at the chunk of black garlic in there. I'm gonna be so sick. And then finally we have the sriracha one, the spicier one. Again, you kind of want to eat this towards the end so it doesn't overpower the other subtle flavors of the other 2 sandwiches if you're making this. Cheers. Oh, I'm already getting full. I like this one the most. Like spicy mayo egg sandwich, come on. The only thing more spicy than this is checking out the links below where you can buy my books. My name is Chef PK, get subscribed. Remember, keep playing with your food, because when you play, you get stuff like this. This is what happens. Egg sandwiches. Lots of them. Gandalf? Gandalf, you want some egg sandwich? Huh?